Gamescom is right around the corner, which means we're in for some brand new game announcements, trailers, gameplay reveals, and much more. Today, I'm going to break down each event and which games I want to see. I'm probably going to miss a few games that you would otherwise put on the list, so let me know what games you want to see at Gamescom this year in the comments down below. To begin with, let's run through the participating publishers and the events. Activision, Bethesda, Bandai Namco, Sega, EA, Ubisoft, and Xbox are the big names among many others announced to attend Gamescom so far. With Xbox's event August 24th, Gamescom's opening night live August 25th, and the Future Games Show August 26th. I've structured the games I want to see in this video by these events, and I'll throw in timestamps if you want to skip to any particular section. And I'll be co-streaming each event here on this channel, so to watch the event alongside me and react to the many game reveals, world premieres, and announcements together, subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you're ready. Let's kick off with some honourable mentions, or the games that I would include in my main list if I knew more about them, but also those that I would still like to see at Gamescom. Elden Ring, Call of Duty Vanguard, Deathloop, WWE 2K22, and Avowed, of which I've got to admit Avowed looks fucking incredible, and I really want to see more of it at this upcoming Xbox show. The first Gamescom event to air August 24th at 6 PM BST or UK time, with in-depth updates from already announced Xbox Studios games and third-party publishers, with priority for titles coming to Xbox this holiday and upcoming releases to Game Pass. Halo Infinite is a necessity. The game is still scheduled to release this year with no confirmed release date. So alongside the release date, I want to see some more gameplay and campaign. I didn't play the recent multiplayer beta, but I heard some good things about it. So now we've seen plenty of the multiplayer, I'd like them to give us an updated look at the campaign and how far the main game has come in performance and graphics, as well as learning more about the story. The next game I want to see is Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Recently, the first game was optimized for the Series X, and Senua's Sacrifice blew me away with how good such a short game could be. Seeing as we've only got a CGI trailer and extremely short snippets of early gameplay footage, a new Hellblade 2 trailer of some kind would be great. The Xbox Bethesda exclusive Redfall looks very interesting, and I'd like to see more gameplay from this as well, alongside State of Decay 3, a game that I feel has gone under the radar and needs a new trailer to put it back in front of the eyes of its audience. Like Hellblade 2 and Redfall, I want to see some actual gameplay and some idea of when it will be released. Forza Horizon 5 at Gamescom would make a lot of sense ahead of its release November 5th, but I'm not sure what else they could advertise if not another variation of a gameplay trailer. And back to Bethesda, another two games I want to see at the Xbox event are Starfield and Indiana Jones. Both games are not releasing this year, so even though both have a good chance of being at Gamescom to showcase even something small, they could just as easily not be at the event. Moving on to the main event, Gamescom's opening night live airs August 25th at 7 PM BST. As usual, it'll be hosted by Jeff Keighley and run for 2 hours, featuring more than 40 games with emphasis on this holiday's biggest titles, but also what lies beyond. There are no constraints to what can be at this event, except from games by Nintendo and Sony, who aren't attending Gamescom at all. One game that has already been everything but confirmed is the new LEGO Star Wars game, with footage from the previous Gamescom trailer advertising this year's opening night live. WB Games has not been announced to participate yet, so the game could either be at the Xbox event in its third-party range or at the opening night live after being announced sometime closer to the event, in the same way it was last year. The upcoming and highly anticipated Harry Potter RPG Hogwarts Legacy probably won't be at Gamescom this year. Its announcement trailer was advertised by PlayStation and has more of a chance to be showcased at the next State of Play event, or at least that's my prediction. Other WB games like Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad should skip this event to show up at DC Fandom in October, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more from Back 4 Blood. Any new Star Wars game is absolutely welcome, from Ubisoft with their upcoming open world game to the EA Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order sequel. These are practically at the top of my list of the games I want to see at Gamescom, even if they're just small teasers, and maybe if I'm lucky, Battlefront 3. I know that's punching, but I'm still holding out a spark of hope. The Witcher 3 is coming to next-gen consoles with its complete edition, featuring new visual enhancements, ray tracing, faster load times, and DLCs based on the Netflix show. It's probably a long shot to expect their involvement with Gamescom, as they would have probably shown more at WitcherCon last month if they had anything ready. But there is still a possibility, and I want to see the changes it's going to make. I'd hardly be surprised if we see more from Far Cry 6, but what I do want to see, completely unrelated, is Project 007, the new James Bond game developed by the creators of the Hitman series IO Interactive. We've only had a teaser trailer so far and not much at all to go on, so I want to see literally anything anything from this game. The last game I want to see at Gamescom 2021 is almost certainly going to be there, The Lord of the Rings Gollum. As far as I'm aware, Gollum is the only upcoming game Daedalic Entertainment are developing, and they are listed in the list of participating publishers, so it's practically confirmed already. Considering its previous appearances at game shows, Gollum could once again be at the helm of the Future Game Show. The Future Game Show will air August 26th at 9 PM BST, and is notorious for showcasing smaller indie reveals alongside one or two bigger titles. Games like The Lord of the Rings Gollum and even Project 007 might have a better chance of appearing here, or some new world premieres, so it's still definitely worth the watch, and more so if you're interested in picking up a few fun to play indie titles. I want to see new surprises and new announcements, but with this extensive list of potential games we could see at Gamescom, it's hardly necessary for any more AAA reveals. These events could be entirely focused on already announced games, and I wouldn't mind, as long as some of the games I want to see will be showcased in some way. What other games I want to see do you think have a fair chance of being at Gamescom this year, and what games do you want to see? Let me know in the comments below. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more videos on practically every game I've mentioned here today, and for the co-streamed Gamescom events here on this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.